Precious.
Hi, Mary Richards.
Hi, Lucy Lasater.
So just before we started filming, I told Mary the question I wanted to ask, and she was so upset that she had to go get her cat.
I did. My comfort kitty. I know, I love you.
Experientialanatomy.yoga, that's the website. Go there, get more videos like this. Mary, the question is, brace yourself.
I know, Penelope, it's very intense.
I have heard this cue, this instruction in a lot of yoga classes in Urdhva Dhanurasana, so full wheel, to relax and or soften my buttocks in order to protect my lower back. Inhale, exhale.
I'm just petting Penelope. I'm petting Penelope.
Exhale, discuss. What do you think about that idea?
Anatomical reality, anyone? Okay, I say it because that's the exact opposite of what happens. If you relax or soften your gluteus maximus when you're in lumbar and hip extension, you're not protecting your low back. You are making your low back exponentially more vulnerable. The gluteus maximi have two primary functions in the body. Okay? To extend the hip, to move your legs behind you, and to take load out of the low back. What do you think loads your low back when you're doing a back extension? The back extension, right? There's a reason why the gluteus maximus is the largest muscle in the body. Yeah. Okay, so the glutes have to engage. They have to. If they don't, you can't extend your lumbar spine or your hips. And if you relax them, that's going to go right up into your lumbar spine. We have to translate load into the big bones of the pelvis and the legs. And that's what the gluteus maximus helps happen.
But Mary, I've been doing this for a decade, more. 12 years. I've been doing this for 12 years. So, I mean, that's...
It's never too late.
And I think actually what I'm experiencing now is a good thing to talk about when we as yoga teachers learn new anatomical, physiological ideas that contradict, there's a kind of whiplash that contradict what we've been practicing or even what we've been teaching, which can be even more frightening because you've been standing up there publicly telling people that they need to soften their buttocks. So I think your answer was very clear. What do we do? What do I do? Obviously, I can, the next time I do Urdhva Dhanurasana, I can experiment with engaging my glutes. But in terms of teaching, when we learn something new like this, we go to a workshop and then we have a new insight, especially about alignment. How do you recommend we go back into our classes metaphorically Monday morning and start teaching something different?
So I've been there myself. I mean, I joke that when I started teaching 15 years ago, it's amazing I didn't kill anyone.
No, my mom literally said to me when I started teaching, I was 22 years old. I was teaching at the UCLA gym. All of my students were also 19 years old. And she just said, and I said, Mom, oh my God, what's going to happen? What if I kill them? And she said, it's not likely. They're all very young. The students are all young.
So, that's awesome. So I've been there, and what I've done over the years is I've said, I'm experimenting with something that I've learned about recently. Let's try it, and I would love to hear your feedback. Please share with me how this is changing asana for you. And what I like about that is it establishes the immanence of curiosity, which I believe is very empowering.
Yes.
And it invites a sharing, a mutuality on the mat that denatures the title of teacher, which often has an implication of power over people. And I prefer equality and mutuality. So that's what I do. I invite people. So I learned about this and I really want to share it. I'm very excited about it. I've been practicing with it. That's the key. I've been practicing with it.
Right.
And now I want to share it with you.
Right.
So you don't have to believe everything I'm saying to you, but what I would like, what I want to invite is curiosity to just try it out. To try it out. Instruct your students in back extensions, whether it's cobra pose or wheel or upward facing bow. Hold a nickel between your buttocks. Don't drop the nickel. And let your tailbone be free. And what I've heard, and universally, from literally hundreds of students, I feel so much better. I used to hate doing upward facing bow, but now it feels wonderful to me. Or now it's accessible to me.
Right.
It makes sense.
So what I hear you saying is, instead of saying you've been doing it wrong, your other teachers are wrong, I'm right, you instead are suggesting that what we do is we say, very kind of impishly, oh, I have this new thing I've been trying and maybe you guys want to try it, and you tell me how it feels and if it feels better, and then kind of wait for the proof in the pudding to come back, that the students themselves to say it feels better.
Yes, because we don't make decisions typically based on what someone's told us. You want to shut someone down really quickly, say, hey, I've got some advice for you.
Right. Except for in yoga, though. I mean, we're in a whole community where we go into these classes and then we shut off the part of our brain that's evaluating whether this feels good in our body, because we just keep softening our buttocks in Urdhva Dhanurasana because that's what my teacher says.
Yes. Why are we so willing to give away our powers of discernment on the mat? It's your body, and the body already knows the asana. Each asana is a question, an open-ended question. So ask the question.
I think it comes from, to answer your open-ended question, I think it comes from this idea, this unexamined idea many students, myself included, of yoga have, that the poses themselves have a special power, that the asanas, that if I do the asana perfectly, some transformation will then occur. And so we're willing to take in any instruction from an authority about the alignment of the asana because I'm searching for perfection in this physical form.
I so hear that with my heart. And I'm going to tell you a quick story. So many years ago, I was in a teacher untraining with the incomparable Angela Farmer and Victor von Kooten. And I said basically exactly that to Angela. I said, I have this idea that the asana are these ideal archetypal forms that are up here, and I'm down here, and I'll never be skilled enough or worthy enough to achieve what's up here. And Angela said to me, I know exactly what that's like, and it's a very bankrupt way to practice. The asana arises organically from the space within you. Give yourself permission to live in your body. And it completely, I cried.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Because it was an acknowledgement of me as a human being, and that my wisdom was good enough.
And I like that. What I hear is, and then we'll close, what I hear from that is I've heard a definition of sanity as being able to take reality on reality's terms. to deal with reality on reality's terms. And that's what Angela's encouraging you to do. Deal with the reality of your pelvis in this moment on the terms that are presented.
Yeah.
Love it, Mary. Yeah. Thank you so much. Namaste.
Thank you, Lizzie.
Where can we find you on the internet?
At MaryRichardsYoga.com and on Facebook at A Little Yoga Goes a Long Way.
Okay, Lizzie Lasater, Facebook, Instagram.com. And then a lot of people don't know that .yoga is a new thing. So experientialanatomy.yoga. You can go to that website. You can sign up to get more videos like this and notified when our new anatomy training launches in 2017. All right. Bye-bye.
Bye, Lizzie.